Good day, students. This is Dr. Calbonero-Narciso, your subject teacher for the subject CBM 121 entitled Strategic Management. At this point, I am going to discuss to you the topic on Big Picture B, Part 1. But before that, I would like to remind everyone to review the past lessons so as not to forget the basics in strategic management. So in this section, the most essential terms relevant to the study of corporate level will be discussed. So let us now debunk the following terms in the meta language, starting with corporate level strategy. So is a corporate center strategy for managing a multi-business organization. So it is concerned with the growth and development of multiple businesses and thus works at a higher level compared to single business strategy. Meaning, you are not just considering one branch or location in this strategy, but in the entire subsidiaries or branches of your businesses. Next is the product expansion grid of Ansop's matrix. So used to show four main directions of growth using the terms market penetration, product development, market development, and diversification. So later we will be discussing this in detail. We also have the prospectors, analyzers, defenders, and reactors, are terms used by Miles and Snow to characterize distinct organizational approaches to strategy based on how organizations choose markets, decide on the means of producing products and services, organize and manage work. Another strategy formulated to maintain or acquire the company's competitive advantage. So another is the mergers and acquisition. These are agreements made by the organizations to integrate their operations into common ownership, while acquisitions occur when one organization buys a controlling interest in another. Mergers and acquisitions is not the same, so we will be differentiating both later as we go on with our topic. Followed by the vertical and horizontal integration. Describe the direction of growth of an organization's operations either vertically along a distribution chain and a supply chain or horizontally through the introduction of complementary products and services or by acquiring a rival with similar offers. Then, strategic portfolio analysis is a group of units or companies managed by a corporate center as a portfolio of distinct businesses. The growth share matrix and the Boston box are example. And lastly is the related diversification. It happens when a corporation's businesses have some characteristics in common which allows a corporate parent to build synergies that benefit all the businesses that otherwise would not exist. Corporate level strategy is the top of the planning pyramid. It is the main purpose of your business. So think of corporate level strategy as the destination toward which your business is moving. That destination affects all the strategies and decisions in every part of your business. So for example, if your business has reached market saturation and you need to diversify to survive, your corporate level strategy would be to spread to new markets. That becomes the guiding force for everything your business does from now on. Corporate level strategies are always created at the highest levels of your business. Owners, board members, and chief officers, example, yung mga CEO, CFO, or COO, should be the ones to formulate the strategies and then put them into practice in the other levels of business. That is also why I am always emphasizing in the previous discussion that top management is responsible in strategic planning. Pero that does not mean you should create your corporate level strategy in a vacuum with only input from other members of the upper management. Ang pinaka-best na gawin is to know what's really going on in your business. You need to talk to middle management as well as your employees in the trenches since they have much know-how on the work details. So only then, you will be able to create the best corporate level strategy. So corporate level strategy has two approaches for corporate development as shown in the picture. So under the growth strategy, we have product market expansion and mergers and acquisition. While in multi-business strategy, we have strategic portfolio analysis and parenting. So these specific approaches shall be discussed in the succeeding slides. The expansion strategy is great for you if a company is planning on creating new products and reaching new audiences. So it can also be used if you're upgrading the level of activity within your business like taking on new clients, and hiring more employees. You can apply this strategy if the region you're operating in has a strong economy or if your focus is to enhance your performance. Overall, this strategy has large earnings potential for executives, which can lead to raises and expansion to employee benefit packages as well. So now, let us try to discuss each of the strategies, starting with market penetration is planned when the focus product is already in an existing market. So consumers will be aware of the product, but they don't seem to be buying or using it. There could be many reasons for this, but penetrating the market will boost sales and show how to use the products. Example of this can be paying for an ad campaign to raise awareness. So even filming videos on different ways to use the product can help with market penetration. So if you're struggling to move products or services, it may be wise to lower or increase your pricing. This can set your business apart from the competitors by either presenting yourself as a low-cost alternative or premium option. You can also explore expanding your pricing options, creating different levels for specific customer needs that lack unique features or support behind their higher tiers. So keep in mind that any pricing adjustments may also require a certain level of product development, especially if you pursue them or if you pursue the premium route. So best example for this is the Netflix. Netflix is the perfect example of penetration pricing done right. We have often heard people complaining about their Netflix subscription prices going up of their 1 month of free subscription ending. Nevertheless, despite occasional grumbling, people are completely fine with paying with a higher subscription for the unending flow of good media content. Today, Netflix is a market leader constituting 51% of streaming subscriptions in the United States. So, in another notable example, Starbucks, a premium coffee chain, often introduces new and seasonal coffees and drinks at a lower price point to encourage consumers to try these new items. So once consumers get accustomed to these items on the menu and show a positive response, Starbucks can retract the penetration pricing offers and start selling these at the usual non-discounted prices. So I think this is also evident here that establishments are also using this type of strategy. Common phrase that we hear from a sales lady is, Ma'am, avail na kayo nito kasi naka-promo for 2 months ang items and after the promo, balik na po siya sa regular price, diba? So see, so I think every one of us meet this kind of strategy. So another is due to the influence of Korean culture, a lot of milk tea businesses opened in our area with some pricing strategy like buy one take one, 50% off, giving of coupon, just to penetrate the market. So this is also a way to introduce the business to the market since it's in the introductory stage of the product life cycle. Okay, so second, we have market development strategy. So this is used when an existing product is new to the market. So if you decide to reach more consumers outside of your consumer base and try to enter a new market, this strategy is ideal. So keep in mind that your products may be well received by the new consumer base or it could flop. So it's a chance you have to be willing to take. So you can reach new customer groups by marketing towards them. So this can be done via print or digital, depending on who you would like to appeal to. So there is no doubt that Airbnb had an incredible growth story. The number of listings on their platform grew from 50,000 to 550,000 in just 3 years. Personally, when I have business trips and vacations, I always prefer Airbnb than bookings in a hotel. Kasi I can cook on my own, do laundry too, and it's as if I am just in my home. Some Airbnb hosts are also very accommodating too, and they given you free ride from airport to their home, okay, or vice versa. So the best part is that barato lang ang per day as compared to booking in hotel and no restrictions. So mura ra jud kang naa sa balay and makatipid kasi you can cook in your own. So in booking, consider the reviews, comments, and ratings too para ma-avoid ang expectation versus reality and you can ensure quality service. So Airbnb has been considered by most travelers recently than booking to Agoda or hotel websites due to its good reputation and marketing strategy. So third strategy, we have product development strategy, which sets the direction of the new products by establishing goals and through funding decisions. So the aim of product development strategy is to gain competitive advantage by placing product offerings in the best possible position to drive business goals such as sales, growth, revenue, or profits. Product development strategy enables product organization to create a stream of innovative offerings that disrupt the competition and delight customers. So Coca-Cola has a strategy that is all about the voice of the customer. So if we embrace where the consumer is going, our brands will thrive and our system will continue to grow. So this is our way forward, said the Coke president and COO James Quincy in 2017. So Coca-Cola has become focused entirely on consumers and what they want from beverages. So as consumer tastes change, for example, towards option with less sugar, Coke is moving with them. So in recent years, Coke have rolled out new products in response to consumer demand from juices to coconut water to organic tea. So consumers want beverages with benefits. Some call for smaller, more convenient packages than the classic Coke can. So Coke will continue to listen to the voice of the customer and respond. So this is also common for shampoo products from Philippines as compared to US, diba? In US, it is wrapped in big bottles ang lalagyan ng shampoo, lotions, or conditioners. While in Philippines, we have sachets to choose. Okay, this is also due to the market or income status that we have. Since tayong mga Pinoy, mas prefer natin yung mga murang bilihin, that is why a lot of products here are produced in less content and in cheaper price. So finally, is the diversification. Successful leaders know that if they want their business to grow and prosper in the long term, they can't stick with the same old. So they must find ways to reach new customers and increase profits. So one strategy for accomplishing this is diversification. So best example for this is the Walt Disney Company, who successfully diversified from its core animation business to theme parks, cruise lines, resorts, TV broadcasting, live entertainments, and many more. Okay, next. Mans and Snow's 1978 argue that strategy is influenced by how organizations decide to address three fundamental problems. So how organizations address these problems identifies four distinct types of organization: the prospectors, analyzers, defenders, and reactors. So when an organization falls into the category of prospector, they are expected to consistently be on the forefront of innovation and development, rather than sitting still with the products that have been previously developed and taken to market. Prospecting organizations are always seeking to create the next big thing. Mobile phone companies often fall into the category of prospector, but not always. So some mobile phones continue to push the envelope, trying to lead the way in new product development, which can force the competition to constantly play catch up. However, other mobile companies will simply rest on what they have done and ride it out for maximum profits until the market moves on to something else. So grabe ang hyper competition ng mobile companies. So di ba kasi after 3 months or a year, meron na namang something new from the market. So buti na lang hindi ako mahilig sa new phone kasi nakakaubos ng pera, parang walang katapusan ang product development nila. Okay, so next is we also have Defender. So as the name would indicate, this is an organization that is satisfied with their current place in the market, and they are going to work hard to defend it as the years go by. So instead of investing time and money into trying to develop new products to take to the markets, this kind of an organization is going to sit back and reap the rewards of what they have already created. So at this point, businesses are just waiting for their profits, and in the product life cycle, nasa maturity stage na ito, no? So thus, there is no significant movement in the phase. Pero dapat bantayan talaga ang market movement kasi baka ma-fall sa trap ang company like what happened to Kodak who refused to venture in digital filming, which is the main reason of its fall down. So moving on, in many ways, organizations that land in the analyzer category are a blend of the first two options on the list. So these tend to be some of the biggest companies around, so as they have the capacity to both develop new technologies and products as well as defend the market for those they have already created. So cola and coffee collide in the newest ready-to-drink beverage to hit in the US from the Coca-Cola company. Coca-Cola with coffee blends, Coca-Cola soda with a Brazilian coffee and comes in caramel, dark blend, and vanilla varieties. So the beverage was first piloted in Japan in 2018, and the US is the 50th market to launch it. So new Coca-Cola with coffee zero sugar is launching alongside its full sugar counterpart. So the drink is available in dark blend and vanilla flavors. So the idea for Coca-Cola with coffee zero sugar came about after the Coca-Cola company's research and development team conducted consumer research and identified the beverage as an innovation opportunity. Although they ventured to different line of beverage, still their original taste cola is still leading the market. And the final category in the list, those firms that land in the reactor category. So really have no one specific approach to their business. So it should go out without saying that organizations generally do not want to fall into the reactor class, as this means that they are simply trying to catch up with the market as things change over time. So taking a reactive approach to business is how many large companies wind up losing market share over time. Even businesses with great ideas, products, and employees can wind up lagging behind if their management team takes a reactive approach to their decision making. So it is nearly inevitable that companies who react to the market are going to be passed up by the organization who innovate, defend, or analyze successfully. So it's not good to apply reactive approach. Like every time merong changes in the market, then you have to adapt on it agad. Although it happened, but if you are like that all the time, it is not also good. So taking proactive approach is also of great help, like investing in research and development and using marketing concept. Okay, so that's it for the part one of the discussion of the big picture C. So I will discuss the part two for the big picture C in the next video. So if you have any questions, so do not forget to ask me during our video conference. So thank you guys.